سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم والرب زدني علما. قال الإمام النووي رحمه الله تبارك وتعالى ونفعنا بعلمه في الدارين. قال وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من نفس عن مؤمن كربة من كرب الدنيا نفس الله عنه كربة من كرب يوم القيامة. ومن يسر على معسر يسر الله عليه في الدنيا والآخرة. ومن ستر مسلما ستره الله في الدنيا وفي الآخرة. والله في عون العبد ما كان العبد في عون أخيه. ومن سلك طريقا يلتمس فيه علما سهل الله له طريقا إلى الجنة. وما اجتمع قوم في بيت من بيوت الله تعالى يتلون كتاب الله ويتدارسونه بينهم إلا نزلت عليهم السكينة وغشيتهم الرحمة وحفتهم الملائكة وذكرهم الله في من عنده ومن بطأ به عمله لم يسرع به نسبه. رواه Muslim. So continuing with the chapter of looking after and fulfilling the needs of Muslims and the great virtue in doing so. So this is a very comprehensive hadith, much of which has previously been mentioned, and because all of the items mentioned in this hadith are so important that the more that we hear it, the better off we will be. And as we say in the Arabic idiom, takarra fataqarrara. If it goes on repeating, then ultimately it will sink in. So therefore, we read Surah Fatiha every rakat, all our lives, forever, because the meanings of that Fatiha need to continuously be, we need to be reminded of them. So, on Abi Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he narrates that who removes, and of course this came earlier, and again, who removes some difficulty, calamity for a Muslim, for a person of Iman, a mu'min, from some calamity or difficulty in the worldly life, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide for him in kind. In other words, He will take care of the difficulties and calamities for him on the day of judgment. And who makes it easy for a person who's having difficulties. For example, a person is owing someone, so that person makes it easy for him. So, okay, you don't have it now, okay, pay me after a month or 2 or 6. And also in that context, when the person actually gives respite and gives a longer period of payment, for example, so for every day that he gives respite, he will get the reward of sadaqah, the amount of that debt, So everyone is in a winning situation. So who makes it easy for it, that's one instance. It's not only that, but in any way that a Muslim can make it easy for another Muslim in any way, shape, or form. So the person who does so, again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward him in kind and make it easy for him on the day of judgment. And who covers the faults of a Muslim, as we mentioned several times previously, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cover his faults on the day of judgment as well, hereafter. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in the help and assistance of the slave as long as that slave is in the assistance and help of his brother Muslim. And who treads a path in which he is seeking knowledge which is going to benefit him, getting closer to Allah, right? Either directly or indirectly. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for him a pathway towards paradise. And never does a people gather, as we're doing now, inshallah, never does a people gather in one of the houses from the houses of Allah, one of the houses from the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in other words, the masajid. They recite the ayats of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they recite the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَيَتَدَارَسُونَهُ بَيْنَهُمْ, and they learn and teach it among themselves, except the divine tranquility will descend upon them, and also the divine mercy and rahmah will cover them, and the angels will throng about them and surround them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala furthermore will mention them in the presence, to those who are in His presence, the very high spirits who are there close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And lastly, whomsoever lags behind in terms of his performance of righteous actions, then his noble heritage or lineage or any other external qualifications that he might have are going to take him quickly ahead. In other words, if your performance of righteous actions is slow, then your pedigree or any other external qualifications are not going to take you fast forward towards righteousness and towards Allah's pleasure and paradise. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding of all of these points and give us the ability to practically